minutes away from the 2 o'clock hour. Happy Wednesday. I'm Austin Reed, coming to you live from our Tower District studios in Fresno. Talk about another gorgeous day across the Central Valley. And you can see this is a live picture of the Tower District. Man, it is just beautiful. I love this kind of weather. Highs today right around 70. Cannot beat that. Hey, thanks for joining us live on YouTube TV, Facebook, Instagram, and of course right here at CentralValleyTalk.com. I am Austin Reed. Hit me up on Facebook, Austin Reed on Air, also on Instagram and Twitter. We have another great segment for you today, and I want to give it up for the Central California Society for Human Resources Management. Yes. I'll give you guys a nice little round. We've got a couple people in our audience as well. Thank you for that. Thanks for playing along. Hey guys, so tell everybody your name. We'll start with you.
My name is Rhonda May.
I'm Tim Conboy.
And what are we going to be talking about today? And before I ask that and we go into that, tell everybody what the Central California Society for Human Resources Management is.
Go ahead, past president.
Oh, you got the topic.
Oh, thank you very much. Basically, it's a nonprofit organization for Central California and HR professionals. They join. We have monthly luncheons. And we also have a yearly conference. And this year we'll have a virtual conference instead of an in-person conference because last year's it was canceled, unfortunately, because of COVID. So we talk about in the meetings and those types of things. And it's a group of people that are HR professionals that talk about like-minded topics, you know, in HR world and working for an employer.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So you guys are really helping people.
Yes,
yes.
definitely.
Yes.
How long have you guys been around for now?
Society of Human Resource Management has been around for, I would imagine, 40 or 50 years.
Okay, it's a long time.
Yeah.
But now it's here in Fresno, and you guys are serving the entire Central Valley.
Right. There's a SHRM.org, which is the mothership, I guess we could call it. And then we're just basically one of the branch offices. So.
And what's your involvement?
Well, I've been involved with the SHRM chapter for over 20 years, and part of this committee putting on the conferences every year, my gosh, since the 90s. So we started out where we would just have two attorneys talking on stage about current legal issues that were coming up down the pipeline affecting human resources. So now it's expanded exponentially to where we've got, 5 keynote speakers and 17 breakout sessions and all kinds of things happening now. So it's growing, into a major event for the Central Valley. So we really have enjoyed that growth. The local chapter has over 200 members. Consistently, and it's HR professionals from the VP director level to the HR clerk. So we have topics that have interest and growth opportunities, relevant information for everybody at all levels.
And human resources is such a needed group for businesses and for employees and for customers. I mean, it's critical because I know some businesses, they don't have a human resources department. And I'll just say I've worked for a couple of those and talk about drama. So, I mean, I think this is something that is very needed.
Yes.
It is,
Without a
yes.
doubt.
So, okay, March 16th.
Yep.
You've got the event happening this year. It'll be online?
Yes, and we're actually doing it for 2 days this year.
Nice.
We're going to do, since it's online, we have the flexibility of being able to do that. So we're going to do March 16th from 8 to 3:15 and March 17th from 8 to 4:15. And we'll have games and the exhibitors will be on there and vendors so people can actually talk to, virtually walk into a room and talk to some of the vendors. And, of course, play games, win prizes. We're also giving away a gift box when they enroll. And the first 100 people actually get a book.
Nice.
With their registration.
I love
and
that.
this year,
sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I love that. The name, 7 Deadliest Communication Sins.
Right. And so Skip Wiseman, who wrote the book, has autographed every one of the books, the first 100 of them.
Awesome.
And he has given away 3 special classes for people that, randomly were we'll pick 3.
He'll be kicking off the conference on the
Right.
16th.
Okay.
Right, he'll be
Very
our
good.
keynote, one of our keynote speakers. And then his book will go to the first 100 people that register. So we have quite a few people that have registered, so it's kind of exciting to see that. And then also we'll have, we have gifts from our diamond sponsors, which is Reliable Business Technology and Payroll People. So we have a couple of those, and then we have a couple of things like Klein Donatelli is gave us some money to buy some products here too,
Beautiful.
which is a little water bottle. And then Kaiser gave us a donation to buy some Kaiser books. And then Barthuli gave us some money for a lanyard, which you can also dual. Instead of wearing it as a lanyard, you could wear it around for your mask, because it has the 2 hooks on the bottom.
yeah.
So it allows you to hook your mask, and then
I
you won't
love
lose
that.
your mask.
Yeah.
So it kind of works out. And then also we have a bag from Hub International. So we had quite a few people that have donated, not really donate, they've been a sponsor for us. So we've, highlighted them and bought them gifts with their name on it, so that when people go back to their office, they still have that information. So
Great
yeah.
support,
Yeah.
great support from our community. And the other side of it too, I wanted to mention, this isn't just a off-the-cuff Zooms, Teams type affair,
Okay.
Rhonda and her assistant Diana have gone to great lengths to research this, and we've got a very professional. I think people are going to be very impressed at the quality of this conference. It's going to be right up there with any national conference that's held. So the software applications that we're using and everything else, as you're aware of it, working in this visual media world, it's critical. And so I think that's going to be a critical piece to the success of this event, and it's very impressive. So looking forward to see how this comes off.
And you guys actually get to have it this year, because
Right.
back a year ago, it was just the beginning of
Right.
COVID. So it was
Well,
like, ugh.
and usually a day conference that costs a lot more money, because you have your lunch, and all the event, paying for the event. You only get about 5 to 6 credits. Well, with it doing over 2 days, having more keynotes and more speakers, we're able to give away 9 credits if they attend all of these courses. And 9 credits goes for their human resource certification,
Okay.
or their SHRM certification, because they have to update their credits similar to like a CPA or anything like that. So they have to constantly get educated. So this is a perfect way to gain a lot.
For folks that are thinking about, maybe our college students that are watching today, or anybody that's
Yes.
maybe wanting to switch into a career of human resources, how important is something like this for them?
Well,
We don't, it's online this year, so we missed that interpersonal
Sure.
networking ability, but it's critical. We actually have a student pricing for the conference.
Oh, great.
So we make that available to them as well, and the information is just phenomenal. They're still gonna have an opportunity to interface a little bit online, but it's just, the information is just current, top-notch, and a feeling for how human resources operations actually function, so it'll give them that interfacing.
and what's really cool is last year it was probably more money for one day, because we have to you feed them. So there's always costs associated with it. This year we were able to provide the conference at $99 a person for 2 days worth of conference.
That's not bad at
And if
all.
you're already a member of our society, you get $50 credit.
Oh, beautiful.
So you get $50 off. So you're only paying $49 for 2 days with 9 credits. And then if you're a student, you get a discount, and it's only $25 for the conference. So there's a lot of great benefits to having this conference for a lot of people.
Yes, yeah.
What kind of suggestions would you guys have for college students, or like I said, or if somebody's in their 40s or 50s and they're wanting to transition into human resources? What are some of the biggest things for folks like that to understand and to learn?
Wow. There's so many different aspects to it, because you're dealing with so many different issues of variety. Most of it's such a litigious time that we live in. So the legal aspect of it is critical. So any knowledge that you can gather into human resources issues on that basis is critical. It's a highly administrative role. I mean, the documentation is everything when it comes to human resources. It's just very tedious. You got to be very good with your time. And of course, we get down to it. It's human resources. It's people. So it's a science to itself. So whatever knowledge you can bring to the table there is critical as well. So it's just bringing all those tools and being a lifetime learner, because it's changing all the time. Every year we have new legislation that comes down the pipeline. We have compensation, family leave. It just goes on and on and on. So it's always learning.
Some of the topics that we're going to have, which will help a lot of people in their learning aspects, is talking about onboarding and how to hire somebody, recruitment, retention, succession planning, managing stress, which is key not only for the person in human resources, but maybe managing it for their staff and how to engage with them. Hacking your biased brains. A lot of people are biased these days. We have a lot of stuff going on. So COVID-related topics, IA or artificial intelligence in the workplace, which is good. Leave absences, interactive processes, the ADA, return to work and how to return to somebody to work for COVID, et cetera. Leadership, communication. In addition to that, PAGA is legislative. Wage and hour rules. In California, there's a lot of wage and hour stuff going on. Workplace violence. Let's talk about workplace violence, prevention of harassment and discrimination, and promoting ethical cultures. So there's a lot of different topics that people can go to. And one of the nice things that we're going to be able to do is we're going to record all of these sessions. So there will be 4 sessions going on at one time, some are 3, but mostly 4 or 5. And you can only attend one at a time, but because you can only get 9 credits that day, we're going to give the ability to be able to purchase some of the recordings at a discounted price, so they can get more credits. Yeah. So if you might at the same time want to see one and then you can't see the other, you can come back later and you can purchase it.
And just listening to that list, I mean, I would imagine that working today in human resources is a little bit more difficult to navigate compared to 30 years ago.
Yes. Well, 30 years ago it was the office.
Right.
You go to the office, and not now.
Right.
Everybody's specialists and generalists, and you have a lot of laws that have to, especially in California.
We've gone a long ways from a handshake and start work.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Background checks.
Right.
That's intense. We've got about a minute left. Is there anything else that I missed? Anything else you guys want to get out?
No, the biggest thing I want to just promote is make sure that people go to CentralValleyTalk.org for more information about the conference. And I just want to put a shout out to some of the people that are going to be coming presenting at the conference. Some familiar names like Susan Hatmaker, Paul Bauer, Faith Driscoll, Brenda Butke, Doug Knoll, just to name a few. So we've got a long list of very impressive
A-listers
coming
Locals.
in to speak. It's well worth the price of admission. It's going to be a wonderful event, and like I say, over 2 days. What value? So it'd be great.
Phone number, I know you said the website, but phone number if people have questions.
They can call 559-500-1279 for more information.
And again, this is happening on March 16th. You still have time to register.
Yes, you do.
All right.
Definitely.
Guys, good to meet you.
Right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Good to meet you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right.
I'm Austin Breed. You're watching Central Valley Talk. We've got another live local guest for you coming up in just a couple of minutes. Do stay with us.